Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hello. You're not audible, Salah.
Hello, Rishi.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, traders. How's everyone? So, what are you looking at, Rishi, right now?
Sorry.
What are you looking at? What charts are you looking at?
Oh, like I'm looking at Nasdaq.
Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's have a look at gold. Okay. Let's see what we have on gold.
You took this trade.
Huh?
You took this trade.
Yeah, I took this trade and this trade. I'm still in both. Okay. 15 minute. 15 minutes forming this pattern. If this happens and this candle closes the way it is, then we're gonna have a decent drop. However, I do not expect it. I expect gold to break 46.3 as this is the second time it tapped it and we got the same reaction. However, I expect it to break and we have a run to the all-time high. Yeah, gonna go to the all-time high if this F46 breaks. And okay, after we head to the all-time high, I really expect us to hit the 80 psychological level, and after it, we're gonna have some consolidation around 88 after taking the all-time high at 59.3. If we get a break, so I'll be able to give you guys a setup over here. If we get a break all the way to 51, get
We
a
are having news at
retest.
6 p.m.
Sorry?
Like we are having news at 6 p.m. Right? With Powell.
Yeah, Powell's gonna give a speech in 26 minutes.
Yeah. Hello.
So
Hello, guys.
this goes here, we get a retest, and then go to the all-time high, break it, and then head up. This is what I would expect.
Sorry.
Let's see. That's okay. Yeah, Rishi, could you tell me if anybody's asking questions because I'm not really looking at it.
Yeah, I'll take care of it. No issues.
Yeah. No, I do not see gold dropping, guys. Um, I expect gold pushing higher towards new all-time highs today. Ask me questions, guys. Go ahead. Feel free to ask whatever you like. Yeah, gold is bullish, guys. Mm, Sorry, what did you say, Shafkat? I can't understand that.
I
Uh-huh.
think he is saying in Hindi.
Yeah. Yeah, ask me guys questions. And this setup is gonna get formed after we break this level. And you guys will see the accuracy of what I'm saying, and you're gonna see where gold is gonna go and how it's gonna respect all those levels. Um, how to handle drawdown and funded account. You basically risk you reduce your risk to 25% of the account size, and you take breakouts, trade breakouts. Target around 50 pips per trade. Be patient, and you will get out a drawdown.
You can check Forex Factory to see news.
Yeah,
So,
for exactly for news. That's right, yeah. My criteria for taking an A plus setup would be basically a breakout. So, for example, let me give you a consolidation um, so we can talk about it. Okay, I consider this a good example over here. So if you want an A plus setup, first of all, you gotta search for any consolidation you can see. Okay, you're gonna get a rectangle, whatever you want. Highlight the highs and lows for that consolidation. Okay, you see that it's respecting those levels over here, and it's not breaking below them. Respecting those levels here, not breaking them. That means those are your highs and lows. Whichever way it decides to go, whether it's bearish or bullish, you wait for it to go its way, and then after that, um, after you get a breakout candle from whichever, like this over here, this, sorry. You see that we had a 15-minute candle over here. It broke the consolidation right there. And then you got another candle that retested the zone, as that is what you need in the 15-minute. You need a retest. And then the third candle is your entry, which is this. Okay. That is when you get an A plus setup. You get a breakout, successful breakout, and you're good. You're good to go. Pretty interesting. Powell's speech, man, that man is annoying me. Like, Powell.
but that setup will work only if the bias is bullish. Like
Huh?
bias is the main like the setup that you've shown, right? So that setup will work only if the bias aligns with the breakout. If the
Yeah.
break
And then we
the
have a
bias
bearish.
yeah, if the bias is bearish, then the breakout won't work. It will fall. Eventually, it will
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah. It's gonna be the same exact thing. We're gonna chase the nearest liquidity, and then we're gonna drop if it's bearish.
Like bias is the most
Yeah.
important part. Then we can plan our trades accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah, consolidation phase is important, but for example, let's say the bias is bullish, and if there is a breakout after consolidation on the downside, then the breakout on the downside will turn into a manipulation. Then you can expect a straight upside move. So consolidation is important, but bias is the most important part. Why you can't able to stick to one strategy, Vaibhav? Does every inducement matters in every trading storyline?
Full support, range before.
I couldn't able to understand your question, Baboon. How can you go by missing entries? The market most cases leaves around 4 pips before reaching targeted place to execute. You can trail your stop loss, Lubwama. Just trail your stop loss. If you're in a trade, always try to trail your stop loss. So even if the trade reverses, at least you'll have some profit.
They're asking you what time frames do you use to determine the bias.
I use 4 hours or 1 hour to determine the bias, and then trade in lower time frame, like 15 minutes or 1 minute to trade.
Yeah, for intraday, you just need 15, 1 hour, 4 hours.
Sometimes happens over trading and profits goes in it. Uh, if that's the case, try to fix a time, like place time as your number one priority. Trade like either you can choose London session or New York session. Just trade in that session and fix one entry model. And if the market is tempting you, like for example, if you're trying to overtrade, just trade in higher time frames. That may uh, like lower your urge to get into the trade frequently. Do I need to use the same on US session time frame as I do in London session? Yeah, you can use same everywhere.
They're asking how we're comfortable trading gold and Nasdaq at all-time highs. It's quite scary these days. Well, it is dangerous. It is risky, but this is our job. We got to find entries, assess, and provide them to you. So you can trade anywhere, all-time highs, crashes, as long as you got proper structure, you highlight your zones, you understand what is exactly happening, then you can trade whatever you want, all-time highs, uh, market crashes, everything, as long as it's not just random. How to improve win rate? Um, Honestly, win rate isn't important. You should improve your risk to reward ratio. Win rate is nothing, to be honest. I do not. I personally do not care about win rate as long as my risk to reward ratio is high. Rishi, do you trade gold?
I do trade gold.
What is your view right now? As I said,
I
what's my opinion? What is yours?
No, it is actually bullish. Currently, the gold is bullish,
It's
but still,
bullish. It's
yeah.
very bullish. You see what happened? Like that hard rejection over here. Let's see.
Mindset is split as bias. So something like see the thing is like you have to control your psychology. Pro trade at 28. Yeah, psychology is the most important. Like someone asked question, right? How to improve the win rate? So the person should ask like how to improve psychology. That is the perfect question. Win rate doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's risk to reward ratio that matters. I can lose 10 trades. I can lose what? Yeah, 8 trades back to back. $1,000, 2,000, 1,000, 2,000, 1,000. And then in 2 trades, I can make 20, 30K, 20, 30K. So win rate is nothing because that's how I personally trade. I trade big, and I do not advise anybody to do this, but no, no risk, no Ferrari, basically. So I like taking a big risk.
No, I don't trade Ethereum, J trades. I don't trade crypto.
Okay. Somebody's saying they're not able to stick to one strategy, a lot of distraction. Well, you have a lot of distraction because you're not sticking to one strategy. You need to stick to one strategy, master the strategy that you stick to, and backtest it for months, as long as it can take, okay, until you master it. And you need to try it and apply what you're learning, what you're doing. You need to apply it to the charts, not on a demo account. You need to buy a prop account and try it, because if you don't have your money in it and you're just trying your strategy or whatever on a demo account, you got no emotions. You got nothing there, so you wouldn't care. You need to link your strategy with your brain and psychology, and that way you're gonna get insane wins. Simple as that. Which is better, trade in one pair or many pairs? Trade in one pair, in my point of view. Hmm.
How to improve psychology? Um, in simple, like the lifestyle that you're living, like your current lifestyle will resemble in trading. So if you're keeping your workspace clean and if you're disciplined, then automatically it will reflect in trading. So try to organize yourself in your personal life. That will create a huge impact in trading. That is the best way to improve psychology.
Well
And
said.
if you still struggle, just trade in higher time frame. Like higher time frame will also improve your psychology.
Well said. Well said. Does funded account want high win rate? Doesn't matter. It's your account. It's up to you.
Uh, if I get good results in backtesting and not in live market in real account, what I can
Mhm.
do is see backtesting is actually you're just viewing charts in offline markets. You're not seeing the live charts, the live printing of candles. So
Exactly.
it's better you can go with forward testing. Forward testing will also test your psychology level as well as you'll get more experience in real charts. Back testing is good, but still forward testing is more better than back testing. Yeah, thank you. How to stop over trading? And you need to keep yourself some rules, vibe of like, for example, you can stick to one session and you can choose one pair and you can trade in only one particular time and you can use only one entry model, and like, and also keep a rule like just one trade per day. So if you keep certain rules every single day and if you follow that, you can stop over trading. Whether it's a win or loss, if you just stick to just one trade per day, even if it is loss, just close the chart and then do your work. So in that way, you can stop over trading. She, bro, I'm facing one problem with technical analysis. I too strong, but well, coming to psychology, I'm too bad. How to overcome out this? Yeah, most people when they are getting into trading, they're focusing only on improving the technical parts. Like they'll jump into ICT concepts, retail concepts, or indicators, or they'll use any strategies. So most people will spend more time in improving their technicals, but the majority of the people is like they don't care about psychology part, but that's the most important part. Every people will look into the strategy that is having more win rate, but doesn't care about the risk management part. So the person who's entering into the trading, they should also focus more on psychology as technicals. So as I said, like if you want to improve psychology, it's better you can trade in higher time frame. That will keep your trade less. Like either you can go with one trade or two trades per day. So that will help you in your psychology, and also keep your personal life like more organized. Like you can eat healthy food, you can hit the gym, keep your workspace clean, and just live a disciplined life. That will help you more in psychology part in trading.
Guys, I do not advise anybody to be in any trades um, until Powell's speech is over, because that I'm just gonna disrespect. You know what Powell is. If you don't get a setup, that's it. You don't get a setup. You're not gonna force a trade. You're not gonna force a setup. I only trade gold, but sometimes I tend to look at DAX, German 40 index, and sometimes Bitcoin.
Can you give me idea for scale up the accounts from lower size? Like, are you asking about funded accounts or personal account?
No, I
If it
think he's asking funded.
Yeah, if it is funded account, just take a payout in low like smaller accounts, and reinvest the payout in bigger accounts. So that is the only way to scale your funded account to the bigger size. How many trades do you take per week and daily? Per week you can you can keep average of like 4 to 5 trades maximum. want to scale live account. If you're having personal account and if you want to scale from lower size to a bigger size, the only way is to risk high. But there are high chances that you may blow your account.
Honestly, for live account scaling, I believe that it's just compounding. So you work with low lot sizes, you barely risk anything on your account. And the way to scale your live account is basically by starting very slow and taking it step by step. And let's say your account has $500. You wanna grow it safely without any hassle, without any effort even. On your 500 account, you're gonna go 0.02 lot size on your trades. You try to catch 100 pips on a daily basis. In a month's time, uh, your account is going to scale up. You're going to be able to risk more by using the profits you made safely from the first month. So you're not going to risk your capital. You're going to risk the shield that you built around your capital, which is the profits that you made throughout your first month trading your live account. My personal that is like what I personally do on prop accounts, and also I do this on live accounts. Basically, I try to build a shield around my capital by making small profits here and there, and then I risk the profits that I made throughout those 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it is. I start risking big. I go very big. Okay, so I either lose all those profits and lose some of my capital, but my reward will be extremely high, and it's been working out for me since I started trading. How it's gonna start in 3 minutes.
How long will Powell speak? We don't know. We have to watch the live. Waiting for my setup to come, but this week I'm not able to take trade. If you don't get your setup, then don't trade.
I'm in love with my buys over here, and I have what's it called? My positions hit TP1, but some positions are still running. What's 4080? Yeah, I've taken those with my community.
To pass a funded account, you guys always make a fixed lot or you calculate in every trade. It depends on the risk actually, but I personally use fixed lot. But It depends on the risk. Like for example, if the risk is more, I'll use a lesser lot size. If the risk is less, I'll use the standard lot size. But it's better you can use portion size calculator to calculate the exact lot size.
Let's see what this 15-minute presents. This 15-minute might be uh, very, very good for the Bulls. Let's see.
Currently, the market is consolidating. Um, there is no much liquidity.
See what this does.
Do you trade any other pair other than gold, Salah?
Um, I do German 40, sometimes DAX or Bitcoin.
Oh,
Yeah, but I don't like forex pairs, currencies. I do Nasdaq sometimes, but I haven't been on Nas since 2 weeks or three. I've just been focused with gold a lot.
okay.
Mhm. Gold has formed a bearish trend line parallel channel on the 1 minute time frame, and it's funny watching it is funny. That's why I like the 1 minute. You don't see this on the 15 or any higher time frame. You don't see in depth what's happening behind that candle. You don't see the action taken behind each candle, the fight between bulls and bears, and lots of people speak bad about the 1 minute time frame. However, in my personal opinion, it is the most powerful time frame. It has a lot of noise, but
Yeah,
it's
it
the
actually
most powerful. It is noisy, but trust me, it's a life hack.
no, it depends actually. Some people like those are over trading and those are having psychology issues. It's better they should stop trading in lower time frame because they
Yeah.
can't control the urge if they're trading in lower time frame like 1 minute.
Yep.
If someone is more disciplined, then they can go with lower time frame.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the person, like how they are performing.
Yep.
I blown like 13.13.
See. Oh, hold on. I need to look at the dollar. Nice one. The dollar is sinking. Yep. DXY is sinking, baby. Okay, okay, okay.
In initial phase of trading, buying funding account is good or to practice in demo account? I would suggest you to go with funded account because like a demo account you can practice a strategy and all, but to experience the psychology, to experience the real market, you need to buy a funded account because that is how you learn real trading. In backtesting and all, emotions won't play at all. So go with funding account, but go with smaller accounts like 5K. Choose a 5K account and then you can start trading. Demo account, it may be better to test your strategy, but when it comes to psychology, emotional parts, and market experience, real account is the most important part. So go with funded account, but you can start with smaller account like 5K account is more than.
Mhm. This 15-minute close is bullish. Then I'm gonna get you guys in buys. You're gonna have a setup. Dollar is still dropping.
Yes, Sayed. How many funded accounts do you think you are okay to handle as a full-time trader? No, you are having copy trader tool, right? You can handle any account, like as many accounts you want.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. Gold is going bullish so far. Let's see. It all depends on this 15-minute candle.
Yeah, you can hold different front accounts, but you have to choose the one which is reliable. That is the most important part. What is your main strategy? I trade manipulation. So I'll look out for some manipulation with respect to bias and I'll trade the displacement. That is my main strategy.
I've been holding my buys for the past I think 12 hours. I don't like to hold that long.
Yeah, rice is good to receive payments. How to manage too many funded accounts? You can use copy trader, but check with the prop firm that you're using, like whether copy trader is allowed or not. USD. Yeah, Euro USD is currently bearish, but it is also near a very good support level. You can check with daily time frame and you can see a wall low. So it is currently near a support level, but as of now, the bias is bearish so far. I want you to advise on how to handle 500 accounts. You can use copy trader, but if you're going with accounts in different platforms, then you have to check with the platform that you're using whether copy trading is allowed or not. But in funding pips, you can actually copy trade within your accounts. So if you're buying like 300K accounts, you can copy like the trades that you're taking in all the three accounts. So copy trading is allowed in funding pips. Within funding pips, I'm not talking about other platforms. So yeah, copy trading is good. Nasdaq is currently consolidating. So the and it is bullish, but still currently it is consolidating. How can we copy trade? What's the procedure? You can use third-party copy trader tool, and you can set one account as your lead account, and you can select the other accounts as your like slave account. Then you can easily copy trade. Salah, someone is asking you a question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If there comes great drop in gold, so what will be going? I don't understand it, but I think they're asking if we drop, what's going to happen. If we drop to the next liquidity levels, and the final one is at 4,000. If it breaks, then yeah, we're going to sink, which won't happen. Highly, highly unlikely to happen. But yeah, um, this is what's going to happen if we drop. We need to break 32, close a 15-minute below, retest it with another 15, respect it, then boom, we're going to sink to 21. And boom, retest and break and fall below. This 15-minute is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect. Played out as I wanted it to.
Yeah, gold is looking good.
Yeah, we're gonna break. We're gonna break and get the new all-time highs. Break this, go to new all-time highs. We need this to break and a retest in order to get a perfect setup.
Yeah.
I I can give a setup right now, but it's gonna be very risky. Very, very risky. This is your exact entry over here. I don't like how this looks. Not even right there. Boom.
What is the maximum allocation of funding? It's 300K. 15 minutes trend is looking, yeah, it is actually looking bullish. How many pairs do you work on, bro? I trade in Nasdaq and gold, and sometimes very rare I'll trade in GBP JPY. Talk and explain your entry and policy and how do you expect things to go.
Okay, gold just broke.
Yeah, it is looking good. I will buy. Show my. Like if you're trading in Nasdaq, the 9:30 a.m. candle is very important, and in that time you'll see more volatility. So if you're trading Nasdaq or S&P 500, the moment will be like too volatile if you're trading 9:30 a.m. But still, like if you're looking for perfect entry and if you trade using confirmation, then it is a very good like pair to trade intraday. It is so good. Nasdaq, S&P 500, and all. What's your risk per trade? It depends. If it is a challenge account, I'll risk more, like 2% in a trade. When it comes to fund account, I'll keep the risk very low. I'm expecting 4054 as my target or all time high. If that breaks, I'll keep all
We're
time.
we're going to we're going to 4,060 and then 4,088.
I'm in gold futures trade. Can we enter now? Now it is risky. Uh, like I've already entered at 4045.
If we get
And
a retest, we're gonna have an entry. If we don't get a
yeah,
retest, we can't have an entry.
4054, 4059. I'm buy fry 110. What's 110 Hela?
Huh?
No, like someone asked like I'm buy from 110 liquidity seat. I don't know what is 110. Oh, Nasdaq. Okay, okay. Thank you. From 25 110 Hela. Do funding pips provide micro accounts? Micro accounts means like what are exactly pointing out? Yeah.
I do Bitcoin sometimes, yeah.
My target is 4054 and all time high.
All right, guys. It was good talking with you and chatting with you. Hope you liked the live. Good talking with you, Rishi. We're
Yeah,
gonna end the live.
okay.
Alrighty. Bye bye.